So, welcome back to the Two and a Half Bros podcast. Feels like it's been a while. Nick, Tim, how have you been?
My body hurts everywhere.
Okay, but like how you been?
Oh, my body hurts.
Okay, but like how you been?
Oh, okay. So my body hurts everywhere.
Okay, Tim, how have you been?
For all you video watchers,
Yourself.
Tim was not watching the video that we don't have.
I just told him.
Tim flipped off the
Well, only one way to find out.
So, anyways, I have, you know what this episode's about, I believe.
You didn't tell me what it was.
I told
Before
both
the
of you.
episode begins, how have you been, Steven? Okay.
He's sleepy. Well, I just want to know one thing.
Yeah.
Why does God give his softest of beds to his sleepiest of warriors? Does anyone understand?
What?
God gives his softest of beds to his sleepiest of warriors.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's honestly true.
Anyways, you want to know something else that's true? Lego Ninjago is not that good. After rewatching it.
Take that back.
Take it back.
Take that
But
back.
why
now.
would we take that back?
Boo.
That's what the episode's about. Hot
Lame
takes.
host. Boo.
I forgot about that.
Wait, huh?
That's our episode. Hot takes.
Okay. I do.
After rewatching Lego Ninjago, I don't think it was as good as I remembered it.
But we didn't even get into the show.
Yeah, we just watched like the first couple episodes.
It's still a hot take I have right now. I don't think it's as good as it used to be. Anyways, so
Alright.
this whole episode's about hot takes.
Uh,
And I'm actually keeping score this time.
Alright, well, I got a hot take for everyone, and all our viewers are gonna hate it. So we're gonna have no viewers after
How do
this.
we make this an actual thing now that I'm thinking
We
about
just
just talk, and then whoever's hot takes you disagree with more,
it?
you get more points.
Alright, well, I got a hot take that you guys can agree with. And our viewers might not agree with us.
No.
That's why it's a hot take.
If we agree with it, is that really a hot take?
No, I
though?
just want to throw this one out. Attack on Titan is mid as fuck.
Yeah, you're good.
That's just a fact.
That's just a fact.
All right.
Very overrated.
Very overrated.
Very
No.
overrated.
All right. Sorry, I needed to get that out of the way.
Okay, how you feeling now?
I'm feeling a lot better. Thank you.
Yeah, good.
So now I need a 7-page essay on why Attack on Titan is mid.
All right. So, okay. We had to do a cut for that because we can't keep that long of an episode for that.
No, just give me a few reasons.
Oh,
Why
what?
do you think Attack's so mid?
Well, the reason why I think Attack on Titan is mid, well, for one thing, the story is kind of just bland. Giant people going over walls, and you have to defeat those giant people.
Oh dear God.
That feels like the first episode. Have you made it past? How far into Attack have you
I've
got?
seen season 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen season 1. I've seen all of it. Seen when Eren turns into the Titan. Yeah, spoiler alert.
Spoiler for anyone who hasn't watched an anime from 2014.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
get fucked. I don't care.
I don't.
No, neither do
Rude.
I. I've seen like their training montage when Eren joins the military with Mikasa. Everything.
Okay, so you've actually watched a bit of it.
I've watched the first season. Yes.
And what made you not like it besides the story?
I don't know. It was just everything about the story and like how everything executed. It was kind of bland. Sure, there was like a cool fight scene, but I can't remember like everything from the fight scene. I just remember there was a cool fight scene.
There
That was
definitely
it.
a fight scene.
There was definitely a fight scene, but
Yeah,
that's
somewhere.
all I can say about it.
Yeah. Okay.
I-
That's
The,
fair.
the animation was pretty good though.
I say we should just go around in a circle and then we can do hot takes and explain ourselves.
All right.
All right. I guess it means it's my turn.
Yep.
Hot take. Baldur's Gate should not have won Game of the Year last year.
I 100% disagree.
It's a fun game. It's a fun game. But in terms of continued enjoyment,
How many awards did Spider-Man 2 win?
I'm not saying that deserves Game of the Year.
What did?
I don't know what deserved it, but I don't think it was Baldur's Gate. I don't think Baldur's Gate's as good as everybody else thinks. It's a fun game.
Well, it's a game not for everyone else, so you gotta like think about that.
it
as
is
well.
Which, for the first, I'm gonna call it 10 hours of the game, it's fun. But then you realize, shit, I don't know what the hell's going on anymore. Personally, I like a bit more of a linear game story,
Which is why I prefer Bloodborne over Elden Ring.
which is why I didn't enjoy Elden Ring at all.
Yeah.
Like, not even in the
Because
slightest.
in Elden Ring, everything it's just purely open world, no direction where to go whatsoever. Well, there is like
There
is, like-
general direction.
Yeah.
Like, you can go in this direction and you can find stuff, but that's about it.
yes,
Baldur's Gate is a little bit more closed off than, say, Elden Ring, though.
True. There are more like objectives that are a bit more straightforward in terms of how you get to do it. But I still, for myself at least, I think that the game is it's not repetitive. I was about to say repetitive, but that's very false.
Yeah.
The game's not repetitive at all.
not repetitive.
But I think
because you can do anything in that game.
I think it's too
Open.
It's too open source for input of the player.
Yeah.
Cuz maybe it's just I haven't found the right playstyle for myself yet. That I think that could be true.
I got a playstyle for you. Play your character with high strength. You pick up the enemies and you smack a bitch with with their partner.
So
you ever get so angry you smack one bitch with another bitch?
I'm sorry, but I'm just picturing the scene from Jason X where Jason grabs the girl in the sleeping bag and just beats the shit out of the other girl with it.
I haven't seen Jason, but that's like one of the clips I've seen.
That's a good clip. It's a good clip.
Very
It's a
good clip.
very good clip. But yeah.
Speaking of horror movies, I got a hot take horror movie.
Yeah.
I think that the new Friday the 13th remake was not that bad.
I didn't hate it. I didn't think it was.
I would watch it again.
I have no say in this.
I didn't think it was awful. I mean, I would watch it. I wouldn't choose to put it on over the classics, but
I think it was better than the first one. Friday the 13th didn't really get good until they introduced Tommy,
I disagree with that. Which is why it's a hot take.
which is why it's a hot take.
I'm not getting. I'm like,
I definitely think that first movie was too boring for its own good.
I have an idea. This is something I'm gonna borrow from the Escape Pod podcast.
Never heard of it.
The two guys that were talking about who would win the Avengers or the White Lotus.
okay.
I've heard the name. I've
But
just
hear me
never
out
heard an
here.
episode.
What if they added a half a guy?
I just want to say,
As in 2.5
So-
brothers.
they have a segment every once in a while that they do hot takes back and forth, and then whoever like verbally gets mad, like whoever like lashes out first, they lose.
Shit!
Is that what you were going for?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Steven, you got any hot takes? I know this is your episode, but...
Excuse me, were you not just listening?
He was in the middle of a hot take when I talked about that.
Oh.
He was talking about the Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Does he just not listen to me?
No.
Negative 5 points.
I was saying, this man barely has ears as it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
Actually, that's not true. His ears are massive.
Negative 5 points.
What do... I have very big ears,
You
yet
do.
I don't have any use of them.
No, you never use your dumbass ears.
I know. Alright.
Is that why he has to re-listen to the podcast? Because he doesn't know what the fuck went on during the episode?
Hey, I just re-listened to it for sweet, sweet views.
Remember, guys, we do this for the views, not the fans.
Exactly.
Wait, what fans?
Exactly.
Wait, what views?
The three of our views.
I don't view this.
Well, so me and Nicholas and one other person.
Oh, your alt account.
Yes. I forgot about my alt accounts.
So like I was saying, though, I think the first Friday the 13th movie was slow and boring. And there really wasn't a whole lot until just the end.
Yeah, but what about all the sex that happened before Jason's mom killed
I
him?
don't care about any of that.
Yeah.
I'm there to see funny kills.
Okay, if you're looking for funny kills, don't watch Friday the 13th.
Okay, Jason X.
That's different because that's in the same level campiness that Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors was at.
Ooh, I got another hot take.
I
Screw you.
okay.
I think Friday the 13th. Was it New Nightmare, the one where he's in the real world? You know what I'm talking about.
Wes
right?
Craven's New Nightmare. Yeah.
I thought that movie was fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, it was good.
That one was awesome. I think that's my favorite Nightmare film.
No, for me, it's probably 2.
I can see that.
I have no say in this.
I know. We gotta watch it. I have the full
Maybe.
box. I have literally the entire box.
Like
set.
I probably would watch Nightmare on Elm Street because I really like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Design wise
and Johnny Depp. He's in the first one.
He is.
Is he?
Oh.
That was his first role.
Damn.
First ever role.
First credited role for Johnny Depp was in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Really?
Yep.
All right, Nick, I guess it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to get a lot of backlash for this, but I do not care. I actually enjoyed the sequel trilogy of Star Wars. I actually enjoyed it. Not as much as like the OG and the prequels, but I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed
The
it.
only one of the 3 that I
That you
enjoyed,
like is Force Awakens.
Force Awakens.
Force Awakens is a good Star
Cause
Wars.
Force Awakens is a phenomenal
It
movie.
felt like an actual Star Wars movie.
The ending kind of fell
Oi,
off a little
oi,
bit.
oi.
but yeah.
Palpatine somehow returned.
That one I got kind of confused about.
Palpatine somehow returned.
No, it was somehow Palpatine returned.
So that means that Darth Vader just killed himself for nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anakin's whole story was for nothing.
Was for nothing because they retroactively made it so that Palpatine was cloning himself. And Rey is the granddaughter of one of those clones. Like, that's stupid.
It is, but I know.
That's on the level of the cursed child.
You don't even know what we're talking about.
Yeah, Harry Potter.
No, but what happens in the Cursed Child?
I don't know.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He's just laughing because we laugh. Watch this. Hey, Nicholas.
Yes.
Pudding.
No. Can you not do that?
Too late. The whole world now knows.
But yeah,
knows the word pudding.
I pretty much I enjoyed it. Not as much as as I said the original and the prequels, but I enjoyed the movies. I rewatched them recently, and they weren't as bad
Willingly?
as willingly. Yeah, and they weren't as bad as people like criticize.
The
like,
only one that
the only one is like what was the last one called? I forget.
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
And
That one was.
Second one
kind
was
of-
a complete fucking mess.
That-
It was a mess, but it had its moments.
Yeah.
It had its moments, but
That's why I like the second one a
Fucking
lot.
mess.
The Last Jedi.
The Rise of Skywalker was awful. The rest was perfect.
The Last Jedi
Not
is
perfect,
bearable.
but-
Rise of Skywalker is a heaping pile of dog shit. Quite literally.
Wait,
That's big
wait,
pile
wait.
of shit.
You guys remember the scene? And I can't remember if it's Rise of Skywalker or Last Jedi. I think it's Ben who throws his lightsaber in the ocean, and then
That's
is that Rise of Skywalker?
that's the last one.
that might be the last one.
Yeah, there was an edit
And
of him.
throwing it at General Grievous.
Yeah,
running
General
off.
Grievous.
Another-
Yeah.
Or another fine edition of this clip.
edition for my collection.
And the fucking dives off the cliff.
Yeah. But But the best part of the movies, you guys will agree, is the animation. For like all like the lightsabers.
No. That's
No?
not how you fucking do a lightsaber in the 7th movie. She swings it like a fucking baseball bat.
Well, what else is she gonna without lightsaber training?
Exactly.
She was there supposed to be training with Luke, and Luke didn't want to because he didn't think that she'd be good enough.
And she wasn't.
And no, she quote unquote was good enough because she had a good heart. Like what kind of?
And what the fuck happened to Finn?
No,
Finn should have.
Finn
I will
should
say
have been the
Finn
main
should have
character.
been the main
Like, I
character.
don't
They
even-
should have switched off Jedi roles.
No, I don't even care if he was a Jedi or not. I think his story as it was
Was unfinished.
unfinished.
And he
then
deserves.
the
You
way-
guys will agree with me.
the way
He
they-
deserves his own side story.
yes, the way he was thrown in with Rose on the
Fucking Rose.
on that fucking gambling planet.
Yeah.
That was a useless side mission because it was a secondary thought being like, oh yeah, whatever happened to Finn? Let's throw him do this thing. Like,
Yeah.
that's stupid.
I could
Finn-
think of
Finn
an
did get trapped
amazing
in-
late lightsaber fight Rey and Finn switching off lightsabers mid-battle.
That was at Force Awakens, right?
Like, no, but like a step ahead of that one, where they actually like fight beside each other.
They fight beside each other and they like toss the lightsaber between
That
the two.
was kind of cool.
He's saying if that happened.
Oh,
That's what should have happened.
That's what should have happened. It didn't happen.
I thought it did happen.
Instead,
No,
she spent time with Ben Solo.
The closest thing that it happened was Finn had it originally, and then he gave it to Rey.
Okay.
It wasn't going back and forth, which is what
Yeah.
he was suggesting.
I think that's what it should have
If
been.
it went back and forth, that would have probably been one of the best lightsabers fights.
Honestly,
Would
yeah.
have been up there.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. That was my hot take.
My hot take. I just because Nicholas reminded me of this, he brought up Star Wars. I have a Star Wars hot take.
Hey,
Go
so
on.
do I.
You're welcome, guys.
A New Hope is not as good.
I agree.
I agree.
People, for some reason, are like religious about New Hope being the best one. No,
It's not.
No.
It's the third one in that.
No.
No?
No, Return of the Jedi is not
That's-
even remotely as
What's
good.
your favorite Star Wars?
It's close between Empire Strikes Back and
I can
Revenge
see
of the
that.
Sith.
I can see
Yeah.
that. To be fair, I think I might be putting the Empire Strikes Back. That's the second one, right?
Yeah.
And then the third one together.
Empire Strikes Back basically ends when Luke gets his hand cut off.
And then it basically continues right after that, so I think I'm just
Correct.
melding them together.
Yeah.
Correct.
Honestly, I forgot what I was gonna say.
But
Honestly?
basically, my hot take, I wouldn't say the only good one, because they're all good,
Yeah.
but the only one that I think is worth being like excited about like consistently of the original trilogy is Empire.
Empire Strikes Back.
100%.
Yeah.
I kind of see them weirdly, though, as just one big movie, if I'm being honest.
I can
Like,
see.
if
Yeah,
you watch one, then you gotta watch the next, and then you gotta watch the next.
You can't just watch them separately. You got to watch them all the way through.
Correct.
As for the prequels, you can watch whenever.
Prequels, there's one correct way to watch: Phantom Menace, Revenge of the Sith.
Wait a minute.
I didn't enjoy Attack of the Clones too much.
What's wrong with Attack of the Clones?
It's not the
I
best
don't like
Star.
sand. It's all rough and coarse and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
I saw a meme recently.
And that somehow got Padme to marry him was saying that
He's got that negative Riz.
he
It's
got
somehow
so
worked.
little Riz
That it flipped over to 255.
flipped to 255 Riz.
I know. I actually saw a meme recently. You know, like the Padme and Anakin memes. Like, you want to do
Yeah,
this, right? So it's Padme starting off saying, "You want to watch Dune, the movie about fucking sand."
The movie about fucking sand.
The movie about fucking sand.
No, that's the popcorn bucket, not the sand.
Yeah. No, and then there was another one where it's like Anakin meets Spider-Man and is like, "What are some of the craziest villains you fought?" And he goes, "Yeah, I fought this guy Sandman once." And Anakin just goes, "There's a Sandman!" and fucking pulls out his saber.
That'd be a pretty good defense against Sandman, though.
I know.
You'd become Glass Man.
Yeah, just like when I used to watch Spider-Man 3 and Sandman got like wet in the sewers. He turned into mud. I would always just call him Mudman for the rest of the movie. Mudman.
Alright, I got one. Having not seen the Clone Wars, General Grievous was pretty useless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I will say,
In the Clone Wars, he plays a big role.
in the Clone Wars, he plays a big role, but they had to limit how big of a role he could play because he was never allowed to meet Anakin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to point out.
So I don't think he was a very good villain.
He was
And all right.
an alright villain.
He was cool as fuck though.
Definitely overarching villain in Clone Wars, which I enjoyed, was Dooku.
Yeah.
As well as
Asajj.
Asajj Ventress.
I have another hot take. Boba Fett's not that cool.
I agree.
No, I agree. I like Jango Fett better.
I also
I
agree.
but also, like, neither of them really do much.
No, Jango Fett, an assassin, hires an assassin who contracts
An assassin.
an assassin to throw a bug in Padme's room to try and kill her.
I think you missed one of the assassins.
That's Zem Wesell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Dooku hired Boba Fett, who hired an
Jango
assassin.
Fett. Boba Fett doesn't exist.
Jango Fett. Boba Fett was alive, just not a bounty hunter at the time.
Yeah.
Dooku hired Jango Fett,
Who hired Zem.
who hired an assassin who hired Zem, who then threw a bug into Padme's room to try to kill her.
Dooku did not think that one out.
No, he really didn't. Alright, I got a hot take. This might offend both of you.
Go for it.
Raimi Spider-Man 1 was better than Spider-Man 2.
I agree.
Really?
I have not seen Spider-Man 2.
What?
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm mad at him about.
Yeah.
Just because
What
he
the
hasn't
hell?
seen Spider-Man 2. He's in 1 and 3.
He's never seen 2?
He's never seen 2.
What the fuck? But yeah, just everything about, like...
Oh, that was a perfect movie.
It's a perfect introduction for Spider-Man.
Yes.
And probably my second favorite Spider-Man movie.
I agree.
What's your favorite?
Amazing Spider-Man.
Same.
Yeah.
It was my first Spider-Man movie.
It was not my first Spider-Man movie, but I enjoyed it all the same.
Yeah.
I actually remember going to the theaters to see Amazing Spider-Man with Dad, and then getting home and being like you see how he ended with him fighting that Rhino guy, I'm talking about Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
I remember coming back home from Dad from the movies with Dad.
I sadly
seeing
couldn't
that.
see those both with you guys in theater because I was stuck in gymnastics practice.
Yeah, and then we got home, and I said something along the lines of, you see how they made it so it looked like he was starting that fight with the Rhino guy? That means there's going to be a third movie. And it never came.
And it never came.
It never came.
You need to watch Spider-Man 2.
I've also never seen The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
It was just me with Dad.
Yeah.
He didn't want to watch it, and you were at gymnastics.
Yeah. Alright. Tim, you got a hot take?
Sure. I'll throw one in the ring.
Alright.
This is not going to offend either of you.
Okay.
Actually, it kind of will.
Oh no.
Not him as much as you. Taylor Swift
Yes?
is almost as big in popularity as in fame as Michael Jackson.
That's true. I will actually...
There are
As much as I don't really like Taylor Swift's music, she's a great person with like the most kindest hearts, but I don't like her music. I just don't like her
I don't
music.
like a lot of her music. I've seen people say that I've heard people say that she is the Michael Jackson of our generation.
Which is false, but
In terms of being influential.
influential, yes, but
Yes.
in terms of like music-wise,
no, I'm not talking about.
Yeah.
I don't think they're talking about music. I think they're talking about how far her reach is. And in
if
terms of her
if you're
reach,
talking about that, then yes, then definitely.
she is just about as popular, as famous in our time as Michael Jackson was 20 years ago.
I agree.
And
I mean, but if Michael Jackson was still alive, he'd still take that throne.
correct. Rest in peace to a legend.
The reason why I love music is Michael
The reason
Jackson.
why I hate music as much as I do is because of Michael Jackson. Which I don't like. I don't hate music at all, which is why
Yeah.
I'm thinking it.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
I was about to throw my slide at you.
No, not the Tonkless.
No, I'm throwing out the chonkless.
You didn't see that, did you?
I saw his score.
I didn't see anything.
Oh yeah, because you're not next
He's
to
getting angry a lot more.
him.
Oh boy. All right.
Scarlet and Violet were bad games.
It's not a bad game at all.
They were bad games.
They're not bad games. They're the best ones that have come out in the last 5 years.
Wrong.
What's the best one that came out? Legends.
Legends.
I'll take that.
I disagree. I think Legends put too much of it. Again, going back to that open world.
Yeah.
This is why I didn't.
Which is one of the reasons I still haven't finished Legends.
They were more mission based though.
They
Yeah.
were more mission based. It was less linear, which I like. Like I said, I like linear, and I'm not crazy about you get stars instead of gym badges, and then you have to fight after you get a star to prove your worth, and that's stupid. There's no gyms.
It's a great idea though.
There were no gyms in Alola. Everyone loves Alola.
I hated Alola.
Really?
I hate you.
Oh yeah.
What? That's in my opinion, like Sun Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, best modern Pokemon game.
No,
I gotta agree with Nicholas on this one.
not even close.
My favorite. This is my second favorite mechanic. In the game where you ride as Solgaleo and Lunala into the Ultra Wormhole, and you find the legendaries in the wormholes. That's one of my favorite.
They
mechanics.
were kind of dumb.
They were kinda dumb?
I hate all the Alolan forms.
What about Alolan Marowak?
No.
What?
I hate every Alolan form. I hate the Alolan starters. They suck.
The Decidueye?
Yeah. He's the best of the three, but he sucks.
All right.
I feel the same way about the Gen 5 starters. They all suck.
That is false, but okay.
This is a very aggressive episode.
And that's why Steve wanted to do
Yeah.
Maybe we can only record one today.
this. No.
No,
We
I'm recording.
Maybe we'll all be at each other's throats.
I think the next person will be biased about who wins and loses.
yeah.
Maybe a little.
But yeah,
So yeah, all the Gen 5 starters suck.
which
All their final forms are ugly as shit. They dropped the ball on all the final forms.
I disagree. I think Emboar looks dope as hell.
I think Emboar was stupid from the beginning.
That's how I feel about Incineroar.
all right. Well, let
I
me
feel the same way.
let me
about
put it in
Incineroar.
a competitive.
All right, well, let me
standpoint.
break it down for you, Mark.
All right, let me break it down for you.
Okay, that brings another hot take.
Hey, I
Pokemon
think-
should not be fucking competitive.
I agree.
I have no say in this
Why not? Come
Because he plays competitive
because
Pokemon.
I play.
on. So you
competitive.
have a perfect say in this.
Oh, all right.
So argue why it should be competitive.
It's a good JRPG which people compete
It
over.
is a great JRPG.
and what the whole point of Pokemon is to like travel and battle. And what's better than battling on your own?
With the
Battling
same
other people.
5 Pokemon.
Not the same 5 Pokemon.
The same 5 Pokemon.
Because when you enter a competitive match with a team or whatever, that's your team.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying competitive. You see the same maybe 10 Pokemon
Fair.
in every competitive team.
Because
that is true.
because
meta.
yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm not crazy about competitive.
Pokemon should be you can use whatever Pokemon you think looks cool.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what I do is like playing.
Yeah,
the,
well, that's why
playing,
you suck at it.
Playing the game, I use whatever Pokemon. I
No,
like.
you do not. You go hard as fuck.
Hey, the team that I used in Scarlet and Violet, that's not a competitive team.
The team you used in Diamond and Pearl remake, that was based as all hell. That was nowhere near competitive.
Oh my god, yeah, like I can remember my team perfectly. I
Is
had
it the same team everyone uses in Gen 4?
No.
probably. Well, instead of Staraptor, I replaced it with my boy Crobat.
Wrong, but continue.
Yeah, Crobat's awesome.
That's pretty dope.
I love Crobat. My favorite poison type.
Crobat's not a poison type.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Are you?
Crobat's a dark. Oh, Crobat. Not. I thought you said a Honchkrow for a minute.
No, not Honchkrow. Okay, so I remember my team. It was Torterra, which was my starter.
Yep.
I used Crobat.
The worst of the 3.
Shut up.
Very false.
Yeah.
Very true.
Very false.
Very true.
Infernape is the only fire type, so that's why people choose it. And Empoleon
It's the best.
It's a weird typing. Water and steel. It's a cool typing, but it doesn't execute very well.
It was the most offensive and the most defensive of that type until Fairy came out.
Correct.
But with Torterra being the world's only grass ground type,
Still to this day.
to this day,
It's okay.
Bro is impenetrable.
I mean, it's alright, but like overrated as shit.
Alright, so my team was Torterra. I had a Steelix, Crobat. I had Amphipom at the time.
Yep.
Which I swapped out for like something else. I forget.
Probably a Gibble.
I actually think I did get a Garchomp on the team until.
I'm pretty sure you did because of our
Because-
wonderful night.
Yes. If you want to hear the Pokemon episode, go back and listen to it.
This was that night.
Alright, I can't remember the rest, but yeah.
But yeah, it was a based ass team.
It was a base ass team.
Yeah.
And it's still it's much more
My
fun,
my
more
Scarlet and
competitive.
Violet team is also not competitive too much. Sure, I have
Too
King.
much. You hear that?
Sure, I have King Gambit and Baxcalibur, but that's really it.
Literally, I just have Pokemon that I think are dope.
Yeah, same with me with Bramblegast. Bramblegast sucks competitively.
I kind of do dope looking, but I just kind of only do dope looking if they're from that new generation.
Yeah.
I like new
no,
Pokemon.
I'm not saying that I'm doing it because I
Speaking
think
of
they
which-
look dope. I'm saying I just think they're dope ass Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like Cloth ain't competitive as hell. But it's my favorite Pokemon in Gen 9. Like,
Speaking of which,
Yes.
Gen 5, I think they should go back to that. You can only catch Pokemon from that generation until the post game.
Yes.
yeah.
I agree.
I mean,
I
they,
think-
they
Except if like
Nope.
there's like new evolutions.
No
No.
new evolutions. No nothing.
I don't like. I'm not crazy about the new evolutions.
Add
that they've been
shit.
doing.
Add just new Pokemon to the base game. Let us catch the natural dex after we play.
I mean, they did it again. They only stopped doing that with Scarlet Violet.
They're still doing what?
That
What do you mean?
they brought back old Pokemon for the main game.
They
So
did. They did the same exact shit with Sword and Shield.
And
No,
it
what
was-
he's talking about like is purely
In Gen
Unova
5,
Pokemon
you can only catch the Unova Pokemon
until post game.
until post game.
But Black 2, White 2 was different.
no,
because-
I'm talking about the first
Yeah,
two,
you're talking
I know.
about the first one.
where you could only catch the Unova Pokemon.
No,
I
I
think
mean,
more games should be
I
like
agree
that.
because people should use like the Pokemon from that region to start out their playthrough with.
I agree.
Otherwise, what stops them from going?
Says the one who chose like on his like Sword and Shield team, you chose your starter and like 5 other past Pokemon.
Yeah, because I hate that generation.
That's fair.
Sword and Shield sucked.
Gen 8 sucked.
Gen 8 really did suck.
But I thought you liked linear experience.
Yeah, I like the linear experience, but that is too linear.
the region's literally a fucking straight line.
And this is where we get our cease and desist letter.
I know. Please, Nintendo.
I'll frame it.
I'll
All right.
frame it right next to
All right.
Jesus.
I'm going back to Spider-Man for a bit. I'm gonna say this wholeheartedly. Spider-Verse,
Which one?
the first one,
Okay.
Into.
was alright.
I'm gonna have to stop you there, bud. That was better than the second one.
I disagree.
I wholly agree.
I'm with Tim on this one. The second one was better, but the first one was alright.
The only thing that put the second one down from a 10 to a 9 was the soundtrack, like the OST.
I agree.
Like the OST wasn't
Like
as good.
OST wise, the first movie like took the
Perfect. The ambience of every single scene, the background, especially when Miles does his leap of faith, like
Exactly.
perfect. That in terms of that was perfect.
but
But the second one had every other aspect that I wanted from that movie.
yeah.
I don't know. It felt like it expanded too fast.
Yeah.
I disagree.
From the first movie, there was only 5, and then suddenly he's like, "Oh shit, there's a whole world of spider people."
Well,
And then like, I feel like there are some pacing issues because it was a
this
it was a 2-part movie.
This may be because I'm fairly well versed in the comics and I'm like fully aware of just how wide scope everything is. I didn't think there was too fast of a build up at all.
It might be because you're but like I said though, I feel like from the first movie to the second movie, I think the second movie also had pacing issues because of the fact that it was supposed to be a 2-parter.
And it's gonna be a 2-parter.
Yeah.
Eventually, what if we don't get that second part?
We're getting that second
We're getting
part.
it.
It's
was
just being
only,
delayed as hell.
It's just been delayed because they wanted to make sure it was as perfect as
I
it
thought
could
the
be.
animators didn't want to work on it because they got underpaid or something.
Yeah.
Well, that
and
too.
Then that was before the strike.
Oh, okay, that was
Yeah.
forever ago then.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
that was almost a year ago.
Hot
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, but when I rewatched the first movie and the second movie, I thought the first movie was
It's good.
it's great. Like it's an amazing movie, but I didn't get that same feel like the hype that I had from it before.
No.
The second one, I still felt that hype.
Oh my god, yeah.
And the third one we're all going to see together.
Oh, yes, we are.
God.
So I don't just happen to see you guys in the theater.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
I asked Nick if he wanted to go with me. He goes, "Nah, I'm gonna be busy that night."
Because he was going with me.
Yeah.
Hey, it's okay though.
Hey, it's me, Goku.
Shut up.
You lost your own episode.
Jokes on you, it's my episode. I make the rules, baby.
All right, that's fair. But that's my hot take.
Alright. Hot take. Oh god. Steven, do you have one? You haven't said one in a bit.
All right. I mean, I went.
Yeah,
through
he
three in a
said
row.
one. He said Scarlet and Violet was bad.
yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Alright, this one's gonna hit Steven a little bit. Legend of Zelda is not that great of a game series.
No, it ain't.
Honestly,
They have like 4 good games, and the rest are garbage.
Honestly, yeah.
and my 4 are gonna be different than your 4. I know that.
What are your 4?
What's everyone's fours?
All right, Ocarina of Time.
Yep.
I think that's on everyone's list.
That one's on everybody's
list.
Wind Waker.
I can see that. I fucking love
That's
Wind
on my
Waker.
list.
You've never even played Wind Waker.
I've played enough Wind Waker.
Okay, what island did you get to?
Dragon Roost Island.
That's the fucking first island of the game.
I still.
Did you even complete the first dungeon?
I think so.
He didn't complete the first dungeon.
I still liked it a lot.
You didn't even get to be able to
Shut
sail.
up. Hey.
Majora's Mask.
That's one of mine.
Twilight Princess.
I have not played Twilight Princess.
You've not played Twilight Princess?
I have
I've
also
not
not played
played
Twilight
Twilight
Princess.
Twilight Princess is good.
Mine is Ocarina Majora, the not Tears of the Kingdom,
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
I didn't like
That-
Breath of the Wild.
I can see why, but that just like coming out on the cliff on that first time. Wow.
The world is beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's do that again.
The world is beautiful, but the game didn't pull me in like
Tears
some
of the
other-
Kingdom was pretty mid, honestly.
Tears of the Mid, yeah, I can see that.
Mid Kingdom.
Mid Kingdom.
The amount of
And then
bullshit.
I
I just saw another one.
I have
okay.
a hot take for my 4th one.
Alright, well,
I
let
fucking-
Tim continue.
Nope.
No,
It's
go
my
for it.
list.
Yeah, no.
My 4th one is a hot take. Fucking love Skyward Sword. I don't see how
Yeah,
people
No,
hate
Skyward
it.
Sword's good.
The
it's not
best Zelda music came from Skyward Sword. They had a full orchestra for that shit.
That is true.
It was definitely good. I would
It was notable.
It was very notable.
Not my favorite music of Zelda, but very notable.
Okay, Kingdom Hearts 3 is shit.
Never played a Kingdom Hearts game.
You've never played a Kingdom Hearts game.
And he didn't give it a fair chance.
You didn't give it a fair chance.
Yeah.
The first
I'm gonna give it
the
another
first
chance,
2.5
Then why do you
Kingdom
sell
Hearts.
it?
I don't know.
The first 2.5 Kingdom Hearts games are great.
2.5. Wait, how many Kingdom Hearts games?
The first 2.5. 1, 1.5, and 2.
Who may cry?
Yeah, 1, 1.5, and 2 are all great.
Understandable.
Did you fight Sephiroth in 2?
Yes.
How was that?
You know, it was good.
You know, I exist.
I exist.
You live to tell the tale.
I did live to tell a tale in spirit.
Alright, I got one.
So you didn't win.
Final Fantasy VII is a severely overrated.
I agree, but I still love it.
Coming from somebody whose only experience with the Final Fantasy franchise is Kingdom Hearts, I can't say anything about it.
Which Final Fantasy characters actually show up in Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts? Just the ones from 7.
Is it just 7?
At least in the first game, it's just 7.
It's mostly 7.
I'm not sure. Like I said,
well,
I don't know what...
There's Cloud, Aerith,
Cloud,
and,
Aerith, and Sephiroth.
It was Tifa in the first Kingdom Hearts? I forget.
Sid.
Sid's in every.
But he's in every...
Sid's in every game.
I think Tifa was in it.
Sid's in every Square Enix game. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Tifa was in.
And it's not even the same guy. It's just one dude named Sid.
Yeah. Sephiroth is in the second one.
Yeah. But yeah,
Shit.
my only experience with any of the Final Fantasy franchise is through the Kingdom Hearts games.
Understandable. I played the first Final Fantasy game straight through.
Nice.
And then I played the 14th Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
Every day.
All right. Steven, you got one?
Yeah, I got one. Mini painting is a lot of fucking fun.
That's not a hot take.
I
Some people think it is.
have no say in this since I've never done it.
You're severely against it,
Steven
though.
and I did it last week. It was fun.
You seemed very against it. When
No,
you
I was
said it.
against you buying Warhammer shit.
He was against the fact that it's Warhammer.
So that's how you paint. They're the biggest brand of that shit.
Yeah, but as a,
Oh yeah, Nicholas, we never told you.
Oh no.
Tim went up to the guy at the counter, right?
oh yeah.
Do you want to tell the story?
Yeah.
All right, let's hear this.
I went up to the counter and I was like, "We're here to make we're here to make poor financial choices." The guy looks at me. He goes, "Let me guess, Warhammer."
Yep.
Yep.
And then Tim goes, well, no, hold on here. Not necessarily.
I said not
Warhammer."
necessarily Warhammer, but mini painting, and he goes, same thing. He goes, it always starts with that. I think that's what he said.
I think he did too.
Yeah.
All right.
Tim, you want to try Warhammer?
No. Give me a week.
All right, I got shit. I had one, but then I was laughing too hard.
Yeah.
Come back to me, Tim. You got one?
I can think of something. Hot take. I think that Starry is miles better than Sprite.
What?
I don't drink soda.
Oh, Sprite. You talking about the drinks?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Give me your one reason why.
Dude, the pure flavor, that like actual kind of lemony flavor that you get in Starry that has been missing from Sprite my whole life. Even though Sprite is my go-to soda only because it's the quickest and easiest, I would prefer Starry 1,000,000 times out of 10.
All right, I got a counterpoint for you. Some people don't like that lemony taste, which is why they go to Sprite, even though it's called.
But it's a lemon lime drink.
Sprite.
So if you don't like the lemon taste, what the fuck you gonna drink Sprite for?
Thank you.
I still prefer Sprite.
Give me a pause.
All right, I just remembered my hot take, and I am going to get a lot of backlash for this.
Hades is mid.
What the fuck you said?
Galaxy 1 was better than Galaxy 2.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. I like Mario Higa.
I'm gonna be honest. Same thing with the Star Wars thing. They're just melded into one game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Well, here's the thing. I played Galaxy 2 first. Then we ended up getting our copy of Galaxy 1 because what the fuck?
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
But
I don't
still
think I
prefer
played Galaxy 2. I don't think I played Galaxy 2 until after we got 1.
Yeah.
Grimace.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I kind of with Steven. I believe I liked Galaxy 1 better. But
they're just
the
same fucking game.
They're very similar to the point where they do kind of meld together.
I will say, and one thing that Galaxy 2 does a little bit better than Galaxy 1, this is also another hot take, I like Planet Mario more than the Cosmic Observatory.
Is that actually a hot take?
No. I don't think so. I think that's
There is a lot of people who disagree with me, but
it's fair. It's fair.
I just love Planet Mario.
You guys want to do one more round of hot takes?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll start it. Shrek 4 is infinitely better than Shrek 3.
It's a 50-50.
It is not a 50-50. Shrek 4 is much more enjoyable than fucking Shrek 3 ever could be.
Disagree.
All right,
so
let the Shrek King talk.
As the Shrekspert here.
You know what? No, never mind. We're ending the episode here.
As the Shrekspert.
You can't say that with a straight face.
Cannot. We were just talking about this before. Right before we started recording.
Did you notice how it went quiet when you guys said that?
No, I didn't notice. Nicholas and I fully agree on this part. 3 was an awful story executed perfectly.
Yes.
Whereas 4 was a phenomenal idea, but the execution was terrible.
It was dog shit.
It was not that bad.
It was awful.
It was bad.
How long? They would have had to make the movie longer, I think, to get the execution.
Okay,
better.
well, here's the thing. I like the idea of Shrek wanting to go back to being feared.
Yes.
But the way how it went down, how Fiona forgets about him, everyone forgets about him.
That makes sense because Stillskin made it
took the day he was born, so Shrek was never born.
Shrek was never born, so that was what the world would be like. But I don't understand how Shrek not being born made it so ogres were still around in such a large quantity.
That part didn't make any sense.
That made absolutely no sense.
It was cool.
I
You guys suspend disbelief a little bit.
Plus, Fiona being a ogre 24/7, even
she
though
wasn't 24/7.
In 4.
In 4, I think it was
in 4 she was not ogre 24/7.
I'm
pretty sure it said that they don't see her during the day because she hides. That's why 90% of that movie takes place during the night.
I haven't watched the movie in a few years, granted, but I think it's just the fact that we only see Fiona as an ogre kind of twists in my mind. So scratch that. But I also just don't like Stillskin as a villain.
Don't like Stiltskin? I think he was I think he was one of the better Shrek villains.
I disagree. I think like
He's better than Charming and Farquaad.
no, he is
No,
not.
he is not.
No, he is not.
What does Farquaad do that's an actual villainy? Actual villainous.
Bro literally fucking
He sent all the fairy tale
he,
creatures.
he instituted segregation as he's like, yeah, so basically my kind is way better than yours. Get out of my sight. Go to this little backwater place. Literally backwater
Yeah.
fucking little dump.
But Charming wasn't even the best villain in his movie.
No. It was, Charming in 3.
Charming in 3, yes. But
Charming
I'm
wasn't
talking
the
about
vil-
Charming in 2.
Charming wasn't the villain in 2.
Charming.
We talked about this last time we watched too.
Like the best villain of Shrek is Fairy Godmother.
Is
Correct.
this the Shrek episode?
No.
No, I have something planned for a Shrek episode.
Oh no.
Is that the next episode?
No, it's not the next episode. I have something planned though. Yeah, I disagree with that, buddy.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm right. Nicholas, your turn.
Oh, okay.
And make this your hottest take.
My hottest take. Ooh, how do I do that? I already mentioned like the Star Wars sequels. What else do you want me to mention?
That wasn't that.
Your hottest take.
Your hottest take.
Something that will offend me and Tim.
Ooh, I gotta think on this then.
You got something that will offend me and him?
I'm trying. I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. Do you want to do
This is worth double points.
okay. No.
I like how he's just scanning around the room to find something to talk about.
He fucking is.
Yeah, I am.
Led Zeppelin's not that good.
As one of his favorite bands of all time, I don't think he would say that.
I would never say that. Okay. I've seen more gameplay as you guys have constantly praised it over the last couple months. But I will say The Binding of Isaac is not that good of a game. Well, I think it's revolutionary. Like it started like the whole bullet hells. I just don't think it's all. I don't think it's.
You've never tried it, and you never even watched very much.
You haven't watched a full video yet.
I've seen lots of gameplay like on off time. Like I still get Retromation videos like on the side on my YouTube. I watch some of his videos like off chance, and
Okay.
it's all right.
Okay.
It's just all right.
I don't think you gave it a fair chance.
I gotta fucking think of something.
But yeah, that's my thing.
I don't know, Tim. You gotta think pretty hard.
All right. While I enjoy the characters for the most part,
It's Persona.
Percy Jackson
Oh.
has a very long and drawn out, underwhelming story.
That's not even a hot take. That's just true.
I can see that.
I am shocked.
No, that's just the
I am
truth.
genuinely shocked because I know Steven's a very big Percy Jackson fan.
I love Percy.
And I know
Jackson.
you enjoy-
easily.
What?
I don't get offended easily.
No,
That's
that's
what's wrong.
well. I'm pretty sure everyone agrees that Percy
I just-
Jackson's story is long and overdue.
I just think that, like I said, the characters are fine for the most part. It's just the reason why I never went back and reread the books is because the first time through it felt like a chore. It was like, okay, I'm having fun. The characters are okay, but when's it gonna be over? Kind of thing.
The only reason I like rereading it so much is because of the characters. I don't really care about the plot, if I'm being completely honest.
I like a mix of both. I love the characters. I love the plot.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, niggas, you can read?
Surprisingly.
Which is weird because Steven and I were talking about the fact that we would never be able to get you to sit down and just read a book.
If we wanted to start a book.
Well,
club.
here's the thing. I'm a Dragon Ball fan, therefore I can't read.
Oh,
Fair.
oh shit! You just
Speaking
mentioned
of-
Dragon Ball.
Oh,
I know I didn't mention who must not be named.
speaking of, this is the first episode we've recorded since the passing of Akira Toriyama.
Okay.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in power.
You
Rest in
guys
power.
can each have one Goku.
I don't need it.
I don't need it.
I think.
But Akira Toriyama was he changed the world.
Yeah, very much so.
He influenced generations.
Mm-hmm.
Generations.
Like, and all like the other mangaka friends that he's had, like they've been inspired by Toriyama.
Which also, Toriyama never even really liked watching anime. He just
liked writing stories.
He just liked writing stories, and it just so happened that one of his stories became the largest anime of all time.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
Anyways, I have points for you guys. And it wasn't even fucking close. One of you clearly got more offended than the other one. And it was you, Nicholas.
Yeah.
You got offended twice as much as Tim got offended. A whole 14 to Tim's 7.
Really?
Yes.
Damn. Well, and that was also giving him +5.
Oh yeah, and you also got your -5, but still.
I still won.
You lost.
Oh, I lost?
You got offended more times than me, meaning you lost more points.
Okay.
So you have -14, you have -7, which means Tim won.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
Which means that he's our half brother next time.
That is not how this works.
Yes, it is. Nicholas was too offended to be our next half brother.
Is that how you're doing this?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyways, I guess you guys see why I don't keep
I think
points.
you just offended Tim again.
I feel gypped. The whole point of winning is so you don't have to do anything for the next episode. That's the whole point of winning.
Anyways, bye-bye!
Bye-bye.